Okay, so this is a comprehensive guide, or not, sorry, not comprehensive guide. This is a formal update to my RON collection. Now, these are not all the soldiers for these poses, so we'll explain that right now. So the main thing is that for each color, green and tan and green, we have 3 of these cannons. If you watch my the part 2 of the beginning of the end, you would have seen these gray cannons. And for the greens and tans, we got plenty more of these poses. We already had these in tan, but we didn't have these in green. Additionally, kind of get the elephant out of the room, we also got the Churchill tank, the Churchill Crocodile tank, as well as its thingy. We got the Panzerfaust Offs F2. This is the Offs F2 and the Offs F because of its. Actually, no, it's probably like a D or C or something because of that cupola. But that's definitely an Offs F2. But to go over the poses, first of all, for the greens, obviously, we have the pointing guy, rifleman, submachine gunner, standing ground / captain, charging, and sniper. Same thing with the tans. But we also got 3 separate sets for the tans. First off, the smallest one, we got the Chinese and North Korean soldiers from the Korean War. We got the BMC Iwo Jima Marines, and we got the classic Teamy Army men, actual Teamy Army men. I'll go over these guys first. So, first off, we have this captain. I believe these are supposed to be the... Come on, focus. This guy, which I believe is supposed to be the captain for North Korea. We have a sniper. Good focus. Nope. Yep, the sniper. Oh, come on. Just stay in focus, please. Okay, we have to do something. Okay, then. We have the sniper. We have this crouching rifleman, which appears to be using a, Gosh, the lighting is being really finicky. Got that one. Oh, gosh. We also got a, charging guy with his really long and goofy bayonet. I got to get that fixed. You have to do stuff to it. Do what they recommended. Actually, you know what? We'll just zoom in. Let's do that. There we go. Okay, we also got this. We also got the rifleman right here. Standing rifleman. We got a guy reloading his PPSH-41, I believe. We have a grenadier, and we have a guy shooting his PPSH. That's for all the Korean soldiers, I believe. I think those are Korean soldiers. I can't tell. They wear similar uniforms. Then we got the Chinese soldiers, I think, who are using... So here's the captain. He's currently... He never in focus, apparently. Okay, there's the captain, which is not shooting. Here is a laying down rifleman. There is a crouching guy using his PPSH. There is a standing guy using his PPSH, but it's more up there rather than like from the hip. There's a guy who I believe is to be reloading. There's a guy marching, because I believe that to be him using a trench magazine with an extended mag or something. Here's a guy who is standing and firing his machine gun from the hip. It would focus on him, please. Thank you. There we go. Firing his machine gun while standing on the hip. And then there's a guy who is shooting his rifle. As you can see, it has that extended mag down there, so I believe that must be the other gun that they tried to use, the SKS. And then for BMC Iwo Jima Marines, we have these guys who are laying down and shooting. We have these guys who are crawling around. We have these guys who are laying down or in either reloading or just crawling. Probably going to use them as both. And then we have the radio men flamethrowers, crouching riflemen, crouching bazookamen, 3 of these guys, I don't know what they are supposed to be, 3 grenadiers, 3 guys waving, 3 guys marching, let's get a better angle, and 3 BAR rifles. Fun fact, the BAR was introduced towards the later tail end of World War I and did see combat during it. It was also used during World War II and the Korean War, but it was not typically used on the Western Front. It was used on the Asian Front because, it would be deployed with the Marines, a more elite force. The Western Front typically saw use of the Thompson, the famous machine gun that you can find on CTS U.S. infantry that are also made by BMC and Teamy now. There's a nice detail. Sadly, we don't have any standing riflemen, because these are, if I am to remember the time period correctly, these are M1 Garands, absolutely. And these are BARs, because the M14 did not get introduced until later. And, this is World War II Iwo Jima, not Vietnam. So you could absolutely use these guys for Vietnam if you wanted to, since they do share a lot of similarities. You could just say that's the M14 instead of the BAR, but its shape is definitely the BAR. But now for the major collection. Well, they fell again. They fell like 3 times every time I try to set this up. But also, I believe these are based off of Russian howitzers, or they're just based off of standard howitzers used by the crew. Anyways, the Teamy guys. First of all, we have 8 actual Teamy machine gunners. That's right, 8 of them. These are, I believe, M2 Browning. I actually don't know what rifle they use. These are M16 wearing Vietnam era. M16 wearing. These are Vietnam era soldiers carrying the M16 A1 or just the M16 rifle. Crawling, of course, and shooting. These are guys just crawling with their M16. Here are 8 flame troopers. As you can see, there's 5 of these guys, and 7 of those, and I believe to be 8 of these. And then you have 4 minesweepers. We have 7 mortarmen. We have 8 radio men. We have 8 prone figures. We have 4 captain figures. I think 7 bayonet men, and a whole bunch of riflemen, as well as I think 9 bazookas. 9 bazookas. That is all that I've added to my collection in terms of figures and important vehicles. However, you might be asking, where did these guys come from? Well, if you saw the community post, they came from 3 big bags that I can't display on screen because CapCut is banned as of right now, as of filming this, and so I cannot edit this video. But also, I'll just upload it straight to YouTube. But that means, also, all of the figures came with 3 bags of cheap Chinese army sets. I believe they're Chinese. Let's see. Pretty sure if you look at the bottom, yeah, it says right there. The China. But it also came with a bunch of accessories, which have these smaller vehicles, which have these things, which have bombers, which have missile trucks, which have helicopters, and missiles. Very important, as I do plan to use these later on. If you saw my previous video, then you'd know that I used some of these vehicles to transport the artillery towards the tail end of the video, but most of the people that watched it didn't get that far, so big whoop. But I believe we can find some of them in here. But yeah, this is the whole green collection. I think there's about like a couple 100 figures in here. It's not as big as you think. This bag just makes it look like it's full of stuff. Yeah, just not that much. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. This is all that was added to the Tan Army. Next year, this year, we'll mainly be focusing on upgrading and getting more poses for the Green Army, plus some more for the Tans. But just as a quick reminder, this is my entire Tan collection. Every last figure, well, except for those guys, obviously, except for them, are in here. I need more storage. Here's a patent tank for scale. You have to stack, sorry, 3, maybe 4 patent tanks to match its height. It's filled to the brim and more. Please consider subscribing. I'm trying to make money off of this. I don't want to work a 9 to 5. Anyways, good day to you all. And wherever you are. Good morning, good evening, and good night.